Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage. Welcome back to episode 32 of Crusader Kings 2. As always, I'll start by saying a very big thank you to my Patreon supporter, Gamer Cowboy, for sponsoring this entire series with his generous donation on Patreon. Thank you very, very much. We are not actually at war. I guess this isn't really EU4. I don't end up in nearly as many wars as I used to, or as I do in EU4. Mostly because we've only got one real significant neighbour. We've actually got two neighbours. One of them is only there's only one that's really significant. The problem is we've got truces with both of them at the moment, so that doesn't really help. Weaponsmith, sure, yes. Let's get the weaponsmith. News from China. I'm not even. I really dislike. Actually, that's not true. I don't dislike the China mechanic. I just find it kind of useless, you know? It's like, it just doesn't really... It's like... It just feels lame. Ask for a boon. We can request an artifact. We can request a master engineer. An imperial marriage. See, I would sooner have an artifact, because as far as I'm concerned, an artifact you get to keep, right? You can keep an artifact, whereas everything else is basically... It's only going to last for a small period of time. We've received a sculpture. What exactly does that give us now, then? Are we wearing this? Destroy the silk shroud. No, we're getting a lot of these things. This sculpture gives us some monthly prestige and reduces build time. That's quite nice. So are we actually wearing this? I assume we are. Unequipped. No, we are wearing it. So that gives us some more intrigue. Okay. It's not what we just got there. Here is our marshal. Once the marshal had assured that the weapons craftsmanship left nothing to be desired, I received him in the throne room. He introduced himself and gestured towards his numerous assistants who carried examples. You can never go wrong with a scimitar. A lance is what I desire. I have always been one for axes. I will crush my enemies with a mace. Let's go for a mace. Why not? A mace. I would not go into battle with anything but the very best. That's a lot of gold that I can't afford to spend. One martial and one personal combat skill. This weapon gives you 5% to commanded heavy foot troops. I wish I hadn't spent all that money on buildings now. I mean, I guess I could go ahead and cancel some of them. It might work. Can you cancel ones that you're already building? I cannot remember if you can. No, I don't think you can. That's a shame. Anyway, I'll still take that because one martial and one personal combat skill is certainly nothing to be dismissed lightly. As I was walking towards him, I could hear some sounds of progress, but instead I found voices talking. I found him and my cousins discussing different metals and their compositions. All this talk was making my head spin, and I definitely halted the progress on the work I had ordered. So we could lose a stewardship. I'll gain a stewardship, but lose some prestige. There's a chance that he produces a superior piece of work. Let's go for that. The guests have arrived for a feast that we have arranged. There's only one guest, so didn't really arrange many, but we just want the stress to go away. Is it the drink? Is it something someone said? You don't remember, honestly, but someone has to pay fight. So we're now fighting our spy master. She put up a good fight in spite of being just as inebriated as you. After a while, you were both exhausted and had to call it a draw. Who's going to get wounded here? One of three options will happen. There's an 89% chance that we will get beaten up. Doesn't look like it happened, which is good. Because, you know, it was a woman. Well, that was fun. There we go. Did we not get rid of the stressed? I thought that was supposed to get rid of the stressed. We are a known murderer. We've got a lot of negative things going on with us here. The Mastersmith's main assistant has brought me the finished mace. There are no engravings or precious materials to enhance it, but the design has come an elegance of its own. Looking pretty is not her main purpose anyway. Let's have a quick look then and see how shoddy that is. Yep, so it does give... There's nothing fancy about it, but it does give us one martial. And it does give us one personal combat skill. So that's not bad at all. I mean, our martial is now 27. That's absolutely ridiculous. All we need now is people that we can actually declare a war against. I guess we still have this truce with you. 86, so this truce is going to be up first. In October of 82. Still quite a way to go before that happens. 3 years. I can't believe this thing's still going on either, this revolt, and I can't get involved in it. Righteous imprisonment of this random woman here, my daughter. What are you trying to do? You are trying to kill my nephew. Can you just stop these plots? Auto stop plots. Let's just go ahead and do that. Let's make life easier. We have an open council position for a chaplain. You're a brave strategist. You're also wrath, but you will do. Now then, do we have any more places that need proselytizing? Quite a few. Let's go ahead and do this one, actually. Just because it's out there on its own. If she stops that plot, then we won't be able to... There we go. That's fine. That's got rid of that. What about threats? There's a few. Our half-brother is a significant threat, but I still don't think he's got anywhere near the amount of men that I have. So I'm not completely worried about that. He's just upset that he's not on the council. He doesn't really have any good skills, so... addresses a letter to us. Heaven's blessings be upon thee. So you are a random Chinese guy. To strengthen the relationship between our nations, my master has sent me on a mission to your domain. It would honour me to visit your court and discuss philosophy with your Pujaris. So gain 100 grace. Sure, why not? Let's have some free grace. Let's have some free grace while we're waiting for these truces to end. Now then, how many men can you command at the moment? 7,000, so I do have a bigger army. What goes... Oh, 200 grace. Excellent. Well, that's a good start. Are you involved in a war? You've got troops mobilised. Yeah, you are involved in a war. Good. Two children lack an education focus, so we've got a daughter. Again, always like to go for etiquette. And we have another daughter. Twins, in fact. So let's go for etiquette once more. And we'll just wait for this war to end. Because we do have a claim on this province because it's part of this 3-province duchy. That war has now actually ended. Good, so he's in prison. So who is the Duke here? Why am I seeing... Oh, right, that's all of that is one... You're kind of the... You're the Chancellor. So, yeah, this province... That's all one duchy. So this is all one duchy as well. Do you work for me? No. So... Once we gain this, we can give that to her, because she's the Duchess, as it were. And that's our daughter. She's the Rani, which I guess is the female equivalent of a Raj. So she is going to have... Well, I can give that province to her directly, I suppose. This guy's in prison, but he's her vassal, so she'll just deal with that herself. We don't have to get involved. Special titles grantable. There's a lot of people here that dislike us, but there's some that we could go ahead and get a few points with. Get a little bit of extra opinion here and there. Do what we can. Right, vassal inheritance warning. For what now? This one. Yes, of course. So if you die, it goes to your son, and your son probably owns something else up here, but that's fine. We need to get these two provinces. I think they're all part of... That's actually the capital duchy, isn't it? So yeah, we actually hold a province that is part of the capital duchy of this, or the current capital duchy of this kingdom. Another commander has improved significantly. Another direct leader. Excellent. Random courtier has died. Now, I can't grab this province because it's part of this kingdom. We have a truce there. Can't grab this province yet because it's part of this kingdom. I just wish there was an easier way of being able to do more than just claim one province at a time, you know? Who are you married to? Right, who is your heir? Your heir is this guy. You are also married. Your heir is this guy. You're also married. I was just trying to see if there was any possibility of marrying off any of my daughters into this family and try and have a claim to press for the kingdom, but it's probably unlikely that that's going to happen any time soon. We are in 881, so we are getting closer to that truce expiring. It's going to take so long trying to gobble up like one province at a time. Really need to do some more diplomacy to work this through. What about you? You are married. Your heir is a daughter, interestingly. How about if we arrange a marriage between your daughter, and I don't have anyone you can get married to, a betrothal between your daughter and my half-brother. Not accept the offer. Would prefer a matrilineal marriage. I bet you would. Let's do it anyway. It's never bad to get people of your dynasty on the throne. Always gives you some little intricate ways of doing things later on. People plotting, are they? Are they plotting against me? Plotting against my niece. You will not end your plot, will you? You will also not end yours. It's my kinswoman. That's my niece. You're my half-brother. He's got a lot of plot power there as well. We can't really imprison him. Let's invite him to go carousing. See what happens. Don't think he necessarily no, he won't join us. Interesting. Oh well, there's not an awful lot we can do about that. Few alliances being formed. It's fine, as expected. Looks like there's an outbreak of something going on over here. What have we got? We have a little bit of... oh, we've got a rash. What is this? It's not... smallpox. That's good. Let's go ahead and just move the retinue out of there. Insists that we follow his instructions. Okay, to balance your humours, he's made you sprint around your keep to induce sweating. Gain +1 health. A dull pain begins to throb behind your eyes. We now have a headache. That's not good. So we're now stressed. We've got a headache and a rash. New important decisions are available, which is probably to close the gates. Seek treatment for illness. Do you know what? Let's take the gamble. We can do it. Our domain is too big. That's probably because we've lost some stewardship, I think, maybe. He's worried that you're developing smallpox. He insists that you follow his instructions. Very well. And there we go. We have died. So, how do things progress from here? Special title actions possible. We do want to set the crown focus. Let's go back to setting it here. Let's just unpause for a second. Right, we want to go and set the crown focus here. And we want to pick an ambition. Let's go for groom and heir. Let's change your focus to... Your stewardship is terrible. Let's go for rulership. Can't change it for a while. That's a shame. So we're well over the domain limit now. I don't mind being over by 1. I definitely don't want to be over by 2. Let's go ahead and make you the marshal. We need a new spy master. Guess you can do that for now. Let's go ahead and get you studying technology just to put you up somewhere well out of the way. Okay, so we are over the domain limit by 2. We want to be over it by 1. So let's have a look. That we want to keep. That we do not necessarily want to keep directly. So we need to find someone to give that to. Yeah, that's a little bit random. So we do want to give that one away. That's Panagaliu or something. Let's have a look in our court. Landed title. And that one. So let's give you that. Okay, so now we're down to 8 of 7. So these all should be the correct ones. So all of these should be in the 2 duchies that we own. That one, that one, that one, and that one. Yes. And we control all of those. So we are over by 1. But if we can somehow improve our stewardship, that'll be fine. We could shut the gates. Choose a patron deity. We haven't done that yet. We don't want to lose the stewardship. What is our current... yeah, our diplomacy is terrible. Lose a marshal, gain a diplomacy. See, now we're down... See, we had 10k men before. We're now down to 8. That will improve, but it's still pretty bad. So we know the domain is too big. Titles can be created. Yeah, we're still not going to do that one. We can shut the gates. We probably should for now. So let's go and shut the gates and try and get rid of these smallpox. I've learned from my little birds that someone plans to travel incognito for a lark. Do we want to go? No, we don't want to do this. We do. I don't like the intrigue focus. What is your education? You're a skilled tactician. We've got no diplomacy at the moment. Someone, this is our court, you've been showing symptoms of an illness. He might have contracted the plague. His opinion of me will drop. That's fine. Off he goes. It's only his opinion and he's just a random courtier, so it doesn't mean anything. We had like 4,000 prestige before. We're now down to 400 prestige, which is a little bit crappy. Can we build anything up in any of our holdings? We probably can. Let's get some more heavy infantry going, certainly. Let's go ahead and we can get the stables here. I guess so. Some light cavalry won't hurt. And maybe one more. Castle Town. Let's go ahead and do that. Get some more tax income. Anything that increases the amount of money that we get coming in is probably well worth it. It's obviously not too bad. I'm not having much luck with my spying on someone. Perhaps I should focus my efforts elsewhere. Yes, this is pointless. Do I have a plot going on or something then? No, it doesn't appear so. Yes, this is pointless. Let's stop that. So when did it say that I could... Oh, hang on. Something's going on. When did it say I could change this? February 84. One thing that I had forgotten, that I've now just remembered, is we should no longer have a truce with any of these guys. Do I want to arrest you? You are my wife. What have you been up to? You are plotting against my sister-in-law. That's fine, I guess. Now then, okay, if we wanted to start a war, who do we want to start a war against? Do we want to start a war against this guy? Because we've got a claim on this province down here. Now, you have 2,500 men. That'll be an easy war. You have more than that. So I think we get a claim on this province. So let's go ahead and declare a little war over here. Do you have any guys that can come in and help you? You do. You have 2 alliances, including this guy. So I definitely don't want to do that for now. I need to get my power back up. Well, not manpower, but, you know, the size of my armies. You're not currently involved in any of the wars either. So... Oh, you are now. You're actually at war with each other. Excellent. That's just solved my problems. So if I go and declare war with you now... Now this guy will come in. This is the kingdom that's all the way up there. Which is a bit of a pain. Let's see if we can wait and get him into a war as well. He might get too busy to care. My wife is pregnant. Good stuff. Domain is still too big. We do need this province though, don't we? We've got a good enough army. We can deal with this. Let's go ahead and just get this done. Declare the war. We want to claim this. You're going to come in and help. That's fine. I don't care. Let's go ahead and basically raise everything. Because I think we're going to need everything. Let's try and get everyone together somewhere sensible. Like here. Some of these units may get caught out. Just try and get everybody up there. We'll see who gets involved. We have message about royal marriage has been received. Let's actually accept that and see if it makes any difference to the to this war, because we're basically marrying somebody off to him, even though we're fighting in a war against him. So vassal levies raised. Let's get everybody in over here. Commanders. Do we actually have any decent ones? Show commanders only. We can definitely get a few more. Some of them are terrible, but we'll take what we can get. Got another 300 men heading up, so we'll get into position. In fact, let's get everybody in this province here. I mean, that is the province that we actually want to take. Well, I say province, it's a county. You're busy fighting up there and losing, so that makes my life a lot easier. So let's get everybody together up here. Right, everybody's together. Group them up. Make sure we've got commanders leading. We're very low on commanders here, actually. Very low. Minor titles, show commanders. No more valid candidates for more commanders. Wow. That's how bad things are. Can't even... My marshal could be a commander. And probably should be, actually. Let's go ahead and positions. Marshal, you are... See, you should be able to lead troops. There's no reason why you should not be able to do this. But it won't let him do it for some reason. Fine, just carry on doing that then. We should be able to get this siege done fairly quickly anyway. But I think we will have to probably conclude this war in the next video. We have a new heir, because we now have a son. Excellent. And this is going to be Gamer Cowboy the 4th, probably. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to pause up though so that we can continue this next time. Thanks once again for watching. I hope you are still enjoying Crusader Kings 2. As always, a very big thank you to my Patreon supporter Gamer Cowboy for sponsoring this video, and in fact this entire series, with his generous donation. So thank you very much. I'll see you guys next time, and until then, goodbye for now.